Sagittarius, this is your July 13th to July 19th forecast, and your most influential transits this week are going to be Saturn being retrograde in Aries and the last quarter moon in Aries as well. Okay, so the Saturn retrograde is going to occur on July 13th, and then the last quarter moon in Aries will be July 17th. So both of those transits are going to highlight your career and finances. So you are asked to refine your ambitions and release misaligned visions, anything that doesn't resonate, that doesn't align with you anymore. And then you're also being guided to redraw your soul blueprint, your plans as to why you came here, with guided visualizations and quantum intention setting. So any of those practices that you do to reaffirm what your path is and what you're focusing on here and making a priority, absolutely do that. Change is coming up right here, and you have, this is your sovereign being here that we're speaking of, so you have free will to create your will and reality and make it anything that you're desiring for it to be. And you may find yourself in isolation a little bit, but just as a part of you allowing yourself to think here. So it's like you may need those moments of introspection, those moments of meditation to figure out what is right for you, to figure out like what the new chapter is, to figure out when you say you're changing and you're focusing on change, what does that mean for you? Okay, so you may need those moments of reflection to figure that out for yourself. So let's look at obstacles here. So okay, we have the Five of Wands. Give me some more detail here, because I'm hearing like it could be competition, like with yourself, and like those things that are going on in your mind here that you may be having a difficult time with overcoming or letting go of. So that's what I mean as far as like you just being in your mind a little bit too much and worrying about things or rebuilding the past and continuing to give energy to the past, and just not necessarily being aware of how much of a distraction that is to your growth and your progress, and your dreams that you have. The dreams are coming up here. I mean, very, very clear here. And I also feel like there's a message here about like just negativity, lower vibrational energy being in competition with your dreams and where you're trying to go. That energy knows it can't go there. It doesn't belong there because it's not true. It's not true for you. So this is about you like taking that standing up for yourself and deciding like, yeah, none of that shit is prevalent, is meaningful, is helpful. And as a part of your meditation process, figuring out what of that energy was meant for you to learn from it, where those important lessons are, and gathering that very quickly and moving on to your dreams, to your goals. We also have power here as well. Okay, so this is about you like realigning with what's important. Okay, so we already talked about goals and those things, but this is you like creating that realignment, and that is going to be something that surfaces here. So you will, some of you have a challenge with that. So in what ways can you ensure that you are focusing on your goals? And these would be goals where you're feeling inspired to execute them and to accomplish them and to complete them. This isn't about goals that really, this isn't about things that you have to do or things that you're really not that interested in doing, like you're just doing it to help someone or you're doing it because you have to at this time. So I'm thinking like in terms of like you being at a particular employer where you're not quite ready or able to just leave that, but you having the opportunity to figure out, okay, if I'm not able to leave right now, what can I do? What things can I explore to help me to gain additional finances or resources or income so that I am in a position to where I can be like, fuck this shit, bye. Okay. All right, let's look at underlying issues, sort of like root cause issues. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm seeing like it's a lot that you can do. You're multi-talented, okay? There's so many paths and avenues that you can go down. You're highly intelligent as well here. So, very charismatic, creative. So you have to figure out which of these paths are right for you. What is the priority? What makes you feel fulfilled? What gives you like that spark of like lights your fire? What makes you feel passionate here? And you can let your intuition guide you on this process, because it's never going to steer you wrong. It's never going to steer you wrong. And you cannot make the wrong choice. Okay? So this is totally about what you feel fulfilled doing and what you want to do. What feels good to you. And I'm also hearing that there is opportunity here for you to connect more deeply within and listen to that guidance and listen to the messages that are there for you. So there's messages that are coming down. There's ways that you're being activated, like codes as well. There's also signs and synchronicities in your environment that are available to you to pick up on and connect with. So there's a lot of activity that's happening and occurring around you and within you that are your signs. Okay? So let's look at your beliefs, your goals. Yes, absolutely. And that's wonderful to see, because you are enthusiastic about your future. You are ready to achieve and accomplish and increase your resources and your financial wealth. You are wanting to share more of yourself and share your products and services, your gifts and talents with others, and be financially free from that. So let's look at your approach here. Wonderful. Okay. So you are getting to the things that you feel passionate about. I do feel like there's just a little bit of things that are in the way, and quite specifically, this isn't going to be everybody's situation, but I am going to go back to the example of like where I'm saying like you may be at a job because you need the money at this time. You're not able to just walk up and leave. But with this, you deciding like on the passions that you do have and wanting to expand on those and incorporate them into your daily activities in some way. So I'm seeing like quite specifically, I'm seeing an example of you like working and then also like doing videos and posting those videos or doing lives and just doing things that you enjoy, reading tarot, teaching, educating people about your products, your services, about a particular industry or about spirituality or growth, coaching, whatever these things are that inspire you. There is a way that you can incorporate those things into your existence now. You can do this now. You don't have to wait. There is just this process of you creating balance and figuring out the best way for you. And that's going to be different for everyone. But this is about figuring out what you can do to explore and expand on those gifts and talents in the meantime while you are still working that 9 to 5. And if that's not your particular situation, you can still take from this message, because there may be additional areas. If you are very successful, there may be additional areas as an entrepreneur that you want to either invest in. Maybe it's about being an angel investor. Maybe it is about I don't know why I'm seeing this, but there may be you may want to give to less fortunate individuals, like loan to them. And there is a way that you can do that in the corporate world. You can do it across countries or what have you. I'm not going to go into that. Nobody wants to hear that right now, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different avenues that you can take if you do and have the means and you want to expand upon your resources here and continue to build your financial foundation here. So I'm just kind of speaking to individuals that are at different levels and have different levels of resources here. So essentially saying all that to say that there's always more. If you feel like you're in an amazing position, you're a very successful entrepreneur, there's always more. And you know that. So, all right, let's look at, okay. All right, so you may be playing it safe a little bit, being quiet, not necessarily taking many risks here. And you will when the time is right for you. So you are doing what is best for you. If you do desire to explore and expand out there and get into opportunities, I would say to absolutely take calculated risks. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out the word for that, because that is what I'm hearing. So this isn't about like, oh, just, go invest in something crazy that you never even heard of before. This is about you deciding that that's one way that you want to expand and share your resources, and you taking and doing like research and understanding that industry, understanding more about how it works, maybe connecting and networking with individuals that are there and that can provide you with some sort of guidance or a little bit of knowledge to help you on your process of evaluation and assessing risk, however you do that, and then deciding what is the right path for you. So yeah, you may need to take a little bit of a respite, allow yourself that time to research, that time to run it through your heart space, that time to run it through your crown chakra, and think of it from a logical perspective as well as from an emotional, heartfelt perspective, and then decide what's right and decide what you want to do. Okay, so yeah, like I said, there's a lot of clarity out here. And whatever path you go down, this is about you, again, like making sure that you're being careful, that you're being thorough with your research before you're jumping into particular areas and trying to apply your resources to those areas. Because some of you, it may be limited resources that you have, so you don't want to just invest all of your money into one particular opportunity here. So this is really about gaining that clarity and allowing yourself the time that you need to process all of your options and decide. Once you decide, then taking that inspired action to move forward. So this isn't like a hold off, stop, don't do anything. This is like a hold off, do your research. And as you're doing that, you're processing things, you're figuring out, you're comparing things. And then when you're ready, you've done that and you're ready to take that risk, then take that risk based off of the research that you've done and the information that you've gathered and evaluated and considered here. Okay, so let's look at guidance here. Okay, so we have Justice and the Sun. Interesting. So we do have things working out exactly as they should, and all will work out in your favor. And that does not mean that, oh, it's going to be so successful, you're going to have this and that and all that. It means that you're going to receive exactly what was meant and intended for you to learn and receive at that time. Okay, so that may help you to trust in your decision-making process here, knowing that you're going to be okay either way. So it may be about you absolutely not investing your whole entire savings in one area, right? It may be about just breaking off a little bit there, putting it, seeing how it goes, and, going from there. Okay? But just trusting that the experiences that you do have, there's a purpose behind them. There are lessons that are available to you. There are wonderful experiences that you can have that are providing value. Okay, so let's look at guidance here. Okay, so there is a need for you to step away from this place of just uncertainty and viewing it as a negative type of energy, like maybe confusion or fear or doubt, letting go of those types of energies and taking ownership of it. I am seeking clarity. I am learning about this. I am learning about that. I am deciding what role I want to have. I'm deciding what job I want to have. I'm exploring what's available to me as income options. Okay, so if you have a job interview coming up, it's not about you like trying to, put your best foot forward and show who you are. It's about you understanding what that working environment's going to be like, and if it's a fit for you, and if that's something that you're interested in and you decide to do. Reframe that. Step into your power. You are evaluating them and deciding if that is aligned with who you authentically are. And you know what? If it's not, if you don't, things don't appear for you, then that was a message for you that it's not aligned with you. It's not for you. You will find exactly what is aligned for you at the exact right moment in time. So let those fears go, let those doubts go, and allow calm, peace, trust to replace them. I love this resilience here, because there's nothing you can't do. You have limitless options and opportunities available to you, and they can all lead you to successful outcomes here. So again, this is about what you're telling yourself, how you're framing these circumstances and situations and scenarios. So what else do we have here? Wonderful. So we do have you as an outcome, letting go, and focusing on the things that make you feel fulfilled and the dreams and the goals that you have. Okay, and so that may mean finding another position that is for you, that aligns with you, that allows you to make your family more of a priority, that allows you to have more time for the things that you enjoy and the things that you want to do, or that allows more time for you to expand your entrepreneurial efforts and the business that you have, your side hustle. Okay, so definitely there's opportunity here to let go of some things and to really be clear with the universe, with source, with your higher self on what it is that you're desiring here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, wonderful. So you may even find that your area, your products, your services, your gifts, your talents may be a little eclectic and not necessarily in line with what the individuals around you are expecting or feel like you should be doing or wanting or being. And if it feels good to you, you're not hurting anyone, you're raising your frequency and vibration as a part of the process, then go for it. If not, then that's something you need to consider and think about. Okay, so we have don't dwell on what might be on the other side of that closed door. Wonderful. So that also, as we were speaking to, if something's not working out for you or doesn't, work out the way you wanted it to, then that is redirection to align you with what is actually for you. So really try your best not to dwell on that, not to focus on that. Even if you do have an interview and you don't make it to the next round or you don't get offered that position, then, that was experience that you gained. That is knowledge, that is wisdom that you've gained here. Just even having that experience and being part of that process. So now when you go on your next one, when you get to that one that is for you, that is yours, you'll ace it. Okay. All right, what else do we have here? So we have change. Okay, so promotion of some sort may be something that you have been thinking about. We have confirmation of change coming to you, so let go of these fears. Step into a new portal where, we have change up here as well. So that's a very strong message here coming through as confirmation. Time to let go of the things that aren't serving you and move forward, move toward. Allow yourself to blossom and into this beautiful butterfly, into the beautiful entity that you are. And again, there may be promotion type of work here that is interesting to you. So if that is something you're interested in, there's your confirmation. It's coming up right here. That may be something you want to explore. Okay, so we do have that conflict coming through, and I feel like for many of you, this is within. Okay, this is internal conflict that you are working through, and it's time to change that, reframe that, learn your lesson, stop the cycle, and move on. And I know like that is very easy to say here, but it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process. Think in the past where you've done that, where you were able to overcome some obstacles that, you know, were lingering, or issues that just kind of kept presenting themselves, or individuals that kept doing the same things over and over, and you were able to cut those ties and to release them and let them go, because you knew that it's not your truth, it's not for you, and it's showing you what you're accepting. A lot of opportunity there. So we have money. They're eating all your bread. So you could quite literally be making the choice between like, yeah, I'm supporting, I'm providing a lot here, and it's time for that to end. So that's a great message here. So thank you for bringing that up for us here. So it's also about you kind of going through and evaluating how you're spending your money and what resources you do have. So there may be opportunity there to refine that, to make some changes, to make some adjustments there, so that it's more aligned with you creating that generational wealth and continuing to build on that generational wealth, where, you know, you're able to support your bloodline for generations to come through hard work, through how do I want to say, like, you're able to save your resources in a way that is basically, what I'm trying to say is, you're not misusing your resources, and you're not allowing others to misuse your resources as well. So yeah, it took forever to get that out, but that's basically like what I was trying to say here. And you know, this may also not be necessary if you are able to go back through and adjust things here, because we do have get a loan here. So that may be for some of you. For also, you may be like thinking about like getting a home or a car, or making a significant purchase. So that may be something that you will consider, as well as I'm hearing for some of you may be considering a particular business, or a building for your business here. So there may be opportunity to, you know, partner and get some funding here as well. All right, so I want to go here really quickly here. So we have a background check and a whistleblower. Interesting. Okay, so some of you may already be through the process, and you may be going through that, and then others of you might quite literally decide, like, as a part of this process, like, change needs to happen, and people need to really see and know what's going on here. So it could be a pretty serious situation here, where some individuals are getting hurt, and there's no accountability there, and there's no change. Nothing's happening with that. So you may decide to stand in your power there, and if you do, sending you love and light and protection, so that you're able to make that change, and to be that change that you want to see. Okay. All right, so let's close out here with one or two oracles. So we have you trusting your vision, intuition, and planting seeds. So that's calling on that intuition and letting yourself connect with your dreams, with your goals, with what's important to you. And then we also have letting your light shine. I love that. So that is such a perfect way to end here, because all of this is really a culmination of like who you are, where you're operating at, where your frequency is, and you are in an energy of change, of working through conflict, of being clear about what's going on, and making choices that are beneficial for you as far as how you move forward. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week.